And meteorologist John Hickey in for Kurt. He's out in the backyard. John, kind of hard to believe we're talking, or still talking, I guess I should say, wildfire smoke from Canada.
Yeah, and we warned about this early in the summer. We said, hey, it's not like once it goes away that first time, it was going to just be gone. I mean, these fires are huge, and they're all across the country, and there's all sorts of different provincial measures that each province takes to fight the fires. I mean, it's kind of a whole mess, and much of Canada's population is concentrated in the far southern portions of the country. So once you start to go up north or further north, where a lot of these wildfires are, there's just not a lot of people, and so their policy is to kind of just let it burn. Unfortunately for us, what that means is we're going to be dealing with the smoke until those go out, and there's all sorts of speculation there that might actually take all the way until the winter. Unbelievable stuff. So yes, talking about it again today, and it's impacting our air quality. I want to show you a camera view. This is central Pennsylvania, where visibility isn't maybe as limited as here in the Northeast, where it's down to about 4 miles. At last check, visibility in the Williamsport area was still 8 miles, which is, again, it's limited below what's considered clear, which is 10. And unfortunately, I think things get a little worse before they get better. It's hazy sunshine out here for your Monday afternoon. It's 81 degrees. Now, this is the Central Pennsylvania Air Quality Index as of 11 o'clock. So the latest numbers roll in about 20 after the hour, but it's been ramping up, and now the number sits at about a 126, which is unhealthy for the sensitive group. So basically for the folks who are, have bronchitis, emphysema, other sorts of breathing issues, this is one of those days where you want to take it easy. For those who are healthy individuals, we're still okay. Now here in the east, again, this was as of 11, the air quality index was in the moderate range, but I think even here we'll end up in that unhealthy for some group. So those numbers in the 120s and 130s. Again, you got to limit your exposure outside if you have some issues, but for a lot of us, we'll generally be okay today. We just have to deal with the haze. That's kind of our deal. So here's what we can look at for the remainder of our afternoon into the evening. Still going to be dealing with this, somewhat thick smoke, somewhat reduced air quality. Things will start to get better for tomorrow, but probably really not finding a true good air quality index until we can get into your day on Wednesday. So we've got about another 24 hours or so to go where you may have to limit your time outside, depending on how healthy or unhealthy your breathing is. Temperature-wise, many of us are in the low 80s here. Once you get into the elevations, you do have some low 70s. 79 now in Lopez, 78 Williamsport. I should have said upper 70s, not lower 70s. Dew point numbers, those are humid. It's been feeling like you live in Florida for about the last couple of weeks, and really no signs of that easing up anytime soon. Highs today, we'll get a couple of more degrees, but because of that thick haze, we won't reach those upper 80s to near 90. Maybe you're not complaining about that. I'm certainly not. But the air quality I will complain about. The reduced visibility, something to complain about there, but maybe knocking the temperatures back a couple of degrees. I think some of us would take that. You can actually see the haze on satellite, this like light gray color in here. That's that wildfire smoke. You got to get all the way back into Michigan to find that clearing line. And again, it's going to take a little while to get here. So it's hazy today. We've got an end night, muggy night ahead. We'll be in the mid 60s. Next couple of days, again, a little hazy tomorrow, still a dodgy storm chance. I think Wednesday is going to be a sterling day with a good deal of sunshine. 80s to near 90 perhaps. Our next best bet to get wet, that's going to come on Thursday. Here comes our next system diving in from the west. Stray shower chances in the morning. Better bet for some drenching downpours afternoon into the evening. We'll have to watch that. Our ground is, for some of us, getting awfully saturated, so more juicy downpours would be a bad thing, and that chance will probably linger at least into Thursday night. So something to watch for later in the week. In the meantime, just got to get rid of this haze. We'll do that. And again, we've got a sterling day coming up Wednesday. 80s to near 90, all sorts of sunshine. Live it and love it. After that, it gets a little stormy, although I think the second half of the weekend looks pretty good. And selfishly, Rennie, I'm hoping for some drier weather, at least by Friday and the weekend. My mom's coming to town, so I'd like to have some yeah, I'd like to have some dry time. I haven't seen her in a couple of years.
Wow, yeah.
So it would be nice to have some dry weather to show Mom around town in.
Oh, for sure. And a lot to explore and do around our area.
Plenty to do, yes.
All right. Thanks, John.